For the one who has been holding a quiet space for love, this is your confirmation. A decisive shift has now taken place. Divine intention has moved within the person you have held in your heart, creating a clarity within them that can no longer be set aside. Internal barriers are dissolving. A resonant courage, pure in its origin, is now present where uncertainty once lived. Recognize this as the tangible result of sacred persistence. Each moment you spent in faithful expectation has been gathered together. The solitude of your prayers, the private grief, the choice to trust even without evidence, all of it has reached its intended purpose. Nothing was overlooked. Every instance was honored and is now being woven into what comes next. There is a profound symmetry to how this unfolds. Your journey of patient hope was running alongside their own process of inner resolution. They, too, navigated a season of questioning, attempting to quiet a persistent truth within. The subtle changes in your own spirit, the newfound calm, the sparks of unexpected light, the profound sense of something turning, these are reflections. They are the distant signals of a heart finally coming into alignment with its own destiny. This period was not an interruption, but an essential preparation. That sacred bond was placed in a state of purposeful rest until both of you were ready to move forward with clear eyes and whole hearts. The quiet has done its work. Now, a new frequency is emerging. Stand in the assurance that what was promised is already in motion, arriving not as a frantic conclusion, but as the peaceful and rightful next step in a story that has always been guided. This revelation arrived in stillness. It may have surfaced in a dream, emerged during a quiet prayer, or simply settled as a certainty too profound to dismiss. Yet its impact was undeniable, a resonant yes that has begun to reshape their very being. When the truth fully took hold, tears followed. Not tears of sadness, but of recognition. Somewhere within, they have always known it was you. Now, that knowing is free from doubt. Every memory of you, your words, the kindness in your voice, the steadiness of your spirit, your patient heart even in uncertainty, all of it is returning to them with new weight and meaning. They remember how you loved without conditions, how you prayed without an audience, how you remained faithful when leaving would have been simpler. These are no longer just memories, they are evidence. A genuine transformation is underway within them. They are shedding old patterns, healing past wounds, and stepping into the maturity they once only prayed for. This isn't about becoming empty, but about being made whole. Distractions have lost their appeal. Games have lost their charm. They no longer see love as a mystery to solve, but as a purpose to embrace. They now perceive your value without needing a demonstration. They honor your place in their life without requiring you to claim it. What they feel is not a passing emotion, it is a spiritual realignment. It is heaven's timing at work, straightening paths, lifting confusion, and replacing fear with a grounded courage. Their searching has settled. They are no longer looking for alternatives or weighing possibilities. Their heart keeps returning to one truth, to one person, you. In their thoughts, in their prayers, in their quiet moments again and again until their spirit surrendered with the words, "If this is from you, I will move." And heaven heard. Now, their movement has begun. It is starting within, in their spirit, in their intentions, where all true change must start. This inner shift is the necessary preparation, the solid ground before the first step is taken. Because a connection this real, once awakened, does not stay silent. It finds its way forward. It becomes action. And that action, in its own time, will find its way to you. Your season of waiting is now becoming a season of motion. Every doubt you ever held that you were forgotten, too much, unrealistic, or late, is being quieted. You weren't asking for something outside of divine order. You were asking for what was already inscribed for your story. You believed when the path was unclear. You surrendered even through weariness. You offered hope a home in your heart when silence was all you heard. That wasn't weakness, that was a profound and sacred strength. And now, heaven is honoring that faith. Not with vague signs, but with tangible change, clear movement, and visible outcomes. This is more than a romance. It is a partnership of purpose, where love and mission intertwine. The angels aren't just watching, they are celebrating, because two souls are aligning for something sacred. Do you remember the promise in Isaiah 40 verse 31? Those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength, they will run and not grow weary. That ancient scripture is now becoming your lived reality. You waited. You walked through the difficult days. You carried the hope. Now you will rise not from a place of weakness, but because heaven was carefully building a timing strong enough to hold the destiny you were built to carry. Psalm 56 verse 8 reminds us that God collects every tear. So every lonely night, every silent prayer, none of it was missed. Not one plea fell unheard. Not one act of quiet trust was dismissed. That hope you feel rising within you? It's not a random feeling. It's the direct result of a divine stirring. It is the echo of a spiritual yes that was spoken into another heart, the heart connected to yours. So release the old burdens. You don't need to beg to be seen. In this divinely set moment, God has already made you visible to the one meant for you. You don't need to convince or force the timing. Heaven is handling the conversation, and the author of time itself is now opening the right chapter. This is a holy invitation. It is serious, intentional, and spiritual first. If your heart feels a new rhythm, it's because your spirit is answering a call that has already been answered for you. That's why it feels so personal. That's why it resonates so deeply. Your person received their confirmation. Now, God is turning to you and saying, "You are next." The breakthrough they experienced was intended to create space for your own. The clarity they received was the first signal of a reconnect ion ordained for you both. Heaven's movement often arrives not with gradual steps, but with decisive shifts that realign seasons and redefine futures. What felt like delay transforms into deliverance. What was once confusion now fuels purposeful action. Guard your spirit carefully in this time. Choose openness not to past hurt, but to the promise ahead. Choose trust over fear. Choose alignment over uncertainty. Choose gratitude over weariness. Choose healing over old wounds. Choose to follow the direction, not the distraction. Choose to believe in this timing. Ready your heart. Settle your faith. Anchor your peace. This moment is not random, it is the result of a guiding voice, greater than every doubt, wiser than human reasoning, and more faithful than any feeling. A transformation is unfolding within them, and you are about to witness its outcome. Their perspective is clearing. Their resolve is strengthening. Their path is becoming straight. Every question is being answered. Every silent period is reaching its conclusion. They now understand what once seemed unclear. They embrace what once felt uncertain. They are moving toward what was always meant to be. And just as heaven guided them, it now speaks to you. This is your moment of alignment. Do not withdraw now. Do not release your expectation. Do not question the change taking place. Stand firm in the stillness, knowing it holds purpose. Your time has come. Your season is here. Your way forward is prepared. This is more than emotion, it is divine order. This is more than a relationship, it is a calling. This is no longer waiting, it is watchful readiness. This is not an ending, it is the faithful beginning. They have answered. Now, heaven turns to you. Remain steady in belief. Remain calm in spirit. Remain receptive to what has already been set in motion. This connection is protected. This journey is blessed. What heaven has joined, nothing will delay. What you share is not a coincidence. It is being guided by heaven itself. The quieter things seem on the surface, the more active they are in the unseen. Heaven is carefully arranging every detail of this story, ensuring nothing disrupts it before its appointed time. Good things have always been planned for you, plans to guard your heart, to help you grow, to fill you with peace, to anchor you in hope, and to build a future where love is safe, genuine, constant, and chosen for you by heaven itself. That future holds true connection, a healed spirit, calm assurance, and the return of a person who never truly released you in their soul, someone whose heart has whispered prayers for you, even when their thoughts tried to move on. This person attempted to walk away many times. They tried to forget you, to ignore the quiet pull toward you, filling the silence with distractions or distance. But heaven's voice grew stronger than their fear. In moments of true worship, your name surfaced. During prayer, your presence became tangible. In stillness, when all pretense fell away, your memory returned to them not as a passing thought, but as a truth they could no longer erase. That realization did not arrive like a storm, but like a quiet fire, a sacred truth that settled deep within and began to change them. It opened something in their spirit, leading them to release what once held them back: pride, fear, old wounds, the need to control, the desire to appear strong, the demand to have every answer before stepping forward. They are learning that true strength is found in surrender, not in striving. That real love aligns with divine will, not with human force. The only voice that matters now is the one that speaks from heaven, not the echoes of the past, not the noise of outside opinions, not the illusion of distance or the impatience of human timing. Heaven's timing was always written, and it is now taking shape. And this transformation is not one-sided. Your own heart is being prepared as well. You have carried this vision within you, even when you tried to quiet its voice. You were not imagining it, you were sensing heaven's whisper long before any proof appeared. You prayed when answers seemed absent. You waited when everything seemed still. You wept when no one was watching. Heaven was watching. Every moment was seen. Every moment you endured was being documented with sacred care, each tear a line written against the pain, your faithfulness becoming a spiritual testament. Now, a divine alignment is unfolding. Confusion is being gently lifted. The noise around you is fading. The fog in their mind is clearing, not through human effort, but by a higher design. The path that once seemed tangled is being made straight. Whenever they drift toward a direction less than what heaven intended, peace withdraws. Doors close. Comfort fades. This isn't punishment, it's protection. Heaven is guiding them away from settling for less, because heaven has already chosen something more. Heaven has chosen you. Their urgency isn't born of panic, but of confirmation. When God reveals something, it cannot be unseen or unheard. Revelation holds more power than rejection ever could. Spiritual truth speaks louder than human logic. They aren't preparing to impress the world. They are preparing to honor God, and in doing so, to honor you. They are praying for wisdom to approach you with humility. They are asking for strength to protect what they once mishandled, for clarity to speak what they once withheld, for courage to move forward without looking back. Not because you are perfect, but because God spoke your name into their imperfection and called you precious. Not because this is easy, but because it is right. Not because the timing is convenient, but because the purpose is sacred. This love was conceived in the Spirit, not merely in emotion. Feelings may shift, but a bond sealed by heaven does not fade with time. What God affirms does not crumble under distance. What heaven declares does not lose its shape in silence, it grows roots there. It deepens in the waiting. Even now, they are planning in prayer. Their heart is choosing commitment before their hands choose a symbol. They are forming words in their spirit before they send a message. They are moving toward you in the unseen, before any step is taken in the visible. And when it arrives, it may not come with fanfare, but it will carry weight. The weight of answered prayer. The weight of holy timing. The weight of divine direction. A weight your spirit will recognize without explanation. This will be two souls reuniting, but this time under divine order, not confusion, not chaos, not trial, but assignment. This time carries a calm authority. It is framed with healed respect, wrapped in humility, and covered by the fingerprints of God. You will not have to chase it. You will not have to beg for it. What heaven sends arrives without manipulation. It speaks without force. It covers without shame. It heals without pressure. It restores without fear. Because when God says, "Go," nothing can stand in the way.